but my best is unknown. Not fully unlocked, got it unlocked and it's stowed. Until I'm out of here, I'll make that pretty clear. You try to take the wheel, but I control how I steer. And I'm saying, oh my God, I'm like a king up here. Feel on top of the world, above the atmosphere. And now I'm coming back, all I can do is laugh. Feeling untouchable, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Going MIA, feeling like a king, and I'm back in the game. I just want you to know I'm never going away. Feeling solid gold, that's my goal, all the same. Would you look at that? Going MIA, feeling like a king, and I'm back in the game. I just want you to know I'm never going away. Feeling solid gold, that's my goal, all the same. I never wanna die, yeah, they're always right behind me. I gotta go out with the bang. Isn't it amazing that they are always chasing? I feel like I'm going insane.
Hickory dark, back from the dead is a miracle, doc. They counted me out, moment of truth, counting it down. Underdog story was down for the count. Back on my feet, back with a mic, back on the beat, back with a family that bang in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning to flee. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my destiny, shaking his hand, flipping the script, changing the plans. Up to the top and I'm taking the fans, making them jump, making them dance, making them jump, making them dance. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Hickory dock, giving them all that we got. Kick on the door, try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going hard and taking my chances. I keep it moving, I keep advancing, keeping it gangster. Getting the perks and I'm happy to earn them. Mr. Ambitious, kill it, I'm vicious. Mr. Determined, riding the storm and focus on rainbow connections like Kermit. The water on my shoulders, it was a burden. Now I don't notice it, everything turning, everything shifting, doing it different. I'm floating, I'm drifting. Shout out the slums, round the world we uplifted, doing it big. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. We about to change the game. We about to change the game. Let's go. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. We about to change the game. We about to change the game. Let's go.
I got it like that. Yeah, I got it like that. I got it like that. Baby, I'm a big deal, I got it like that. I did it again, who told you that I was finished? Fresh off the plane with a new mani-pedi. My hair stay laid and you know I get paid. $100 bills, I got racks on the way. I'm making them big moves, I won't stay quiet. 5'6", but I feel like a giant. I got the source, I am the supplier. I can make them boys sing like they in a choir. I'm on top and I'm taking it higher. Who's that girl? That's me, I'm on fire. I'm a hot divorces. That's where I be throwing money in the air while I'm standing on the seas, popping bottles with the models. Get like me, my wrist on froze, never missing any meals. I feel like LeBron cause I get the ring. If you're bad and you know it, you're my 2020 twin. You can roll with me cause all I do is win. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I'm a hot girl, I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want, this is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal. I'm a hot girl, I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want, this is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal. Everywhere I go, they wanna take my picture. They liking it, loving it, they gotta zoom in. I don't care about the rumors, it's amusing. I don't care about no drama, I get hotter in the summer. I just get to the money, that ain't never been a problem. If you want it, then I got it, I ain't never gonna stop it. Either love it or you hate it, it don't matter cause I'm popping. I'm a hot girl, I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want, this is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal. I'm a hot girl, I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want, this is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal.
It feels good, man. It feels good, right? Alright, yo. I'm in the light at the end of the tunnel. Paper stacks, yeah, I got them in the bundles. Harry Potter breaking bread with the muggles. They said I wouldn't make it, now they looking puzzled. They said I wouldn't take it, how to go on hustle. Get the bag, it ain't never getting fumbled. In the jack, but we came up from the bottom. Through the cracks, let the light pour in. Have a blast, let the drinks pour in. Take a risk like it's a short thing. Going in, yeah, I'm going all in. Getting flued out, yeah, you can bring a friend. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. I just do see you laters, no goodbyes. New flows, new highs, through the dark clouds, see the blue skies. It will be I, just you wait. It's a new day, ride in the storm like a new wave. Shake, 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 move it to the beat now. Got the heat now, deep down, we know. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. It's going down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down, baby. It's going down. Going down. Yeah. It's going down. Going down. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Move forward and dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, what up, say? Let me just talk one time. Whoa. Whoa. Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. But a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check.
Welcome back, EMU, to another stream of Overwatch. This is week 6 of the ESC, and I have someone different today.
Yes, hello. I'm glad to be here. How are you today, Glavon?
Good. I am ready for another wonderful stream. This is House, the Overwatch team manager.
Hello.
He also rides the bench with me today.
Yes,
so
sir.
we are casting today because Jaden, our normal caster, is out for spring break. But we're here. We're
Yep.
committed to the
Always
Overwatch
here.
grind.
Nope, I never leave.
No, I have 1,000 hours.
Yeah,
since
I
it's
actually
launched on
live. I
Steam.
live in this room.
Yeah, I need help. But we're ready for another match here. Eastern versus Toledo, and it's going to be a pretty good one. So we've got Eastern versus Toledo in Overwatch today, and it looks like we are coming up on our schedule for today, Eastern versus Toledo. We've also got League of Legends, Eastern versus Bowling Green. That is tomorrow, 7:30. And then next week, we've got Eastern versus WCTC in Rocket League. And then the one that you actually want to come and watch, the best one, the greatest game, Overwatch 2, Eastern versus Ohio, 7:30. Same bat time, same bat channel next week, 7:30 here. So looking forward to those games. Tune in for our other games, but make sure you turn in for Overwatch. Going to be some good content, some good gaming happening on this channel. So we've got some time to kill before the game actually starts.
Yeah.
How are you liking the patch?
Personally, I think this patch is great. I think that adding more HP to everyone has really brought back the Overwatch feel to the game. There was a long time there where it really didn't feel like it held the identity of what Overwatch used to be, and
That's
now
fair.
it really feels like we're back to our roots, you know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match that's coming up.
I think it's a little birdie told me that we're favored to win, so definitely looking forward to that. But the patch feels not great from a tank perspective. It does still feel very you have to play smart. You have to play smart.
Yeah.
Which is not always the most fun way to play. It's not fun to sit around corners and wait out everything and then go.
Yeah.
It's fun to int your brains out.
You know, it is fun, but you know, you've been catered to by these double flex supports.
Talking about
that just get
big
to sit
heals.
there. We're talking about big heals here. You know, we're against the conspiracy of big heals here on this stream.
See, this guy's a DPS player, so
Hey,
of course
man,
he likes the DPS season.
I am a tank player at heart, and you know,
You'll get there again.
The smart way to play tank is always the best way to play tank.
Yeah, but is it always the most fun? Are you telling me that if you queue into quick play on Junker Queen and you wipe a lobby, that's not fun?
First of all, I don't play quick play because I'm a grinder, man. You're
Sky.
Yeah, come on.
He only likes slow play.
Yeah, I would so much rather get a really nice outplay on tank than necessarily. I don't need to kill everyone, but you know, if I make their tank look silly, that's my job. My job's done.
This guy's all about the big brain plays.
Of course.
Big brain because makes it easier to hit shots on Widowmaker.
Yeah. that makes it when their head hitboxes are larger, it makes everything so much easier.
So we are looking at where the rest of ESC stands right now. So I believe you have standings for the game.
Let me pull it up real quick. We are looking at the standings here, and with Miami at number 1, pretty expected.
Yep, definitely.
And they're favorites to win. They've got an ex-pro player coaching them. They're really good. But looking at someone that maybe is less expected is Ohio at 3rd. We haven't really seen them do a whole lot in the past. And we've actually scrimmed them a few times, and it's been fairly close. So
I'm not as familiar with the standings. I know that Miami and Ball State have been favored in a lot of matches, and so I'm not too surprised to see them towards the top there. I don't remember us scrimming Ohio, but I also am not the one finding our scrims.
It's been a decent while since we played them, but we're sitting at 10th right now. After our win against CMU the previous week. And our schedule was pretty front loaded. We got some of the better teams. We played Northeastern, Akron, we played Kent State. We played all these like really top teams within the first few weeks. So we got those guys out of the way. And now we're starting to pick up some steam, and we're starting to get better. We're going to get better. And our coach has finally started to cook up some meaty dishes. He is a
wonderful cook. There's nothing that Suji cooks that I will not happily eat. Unfortunately, he's cooking me up on the bench right now. But you know what? I will happily take it. There's a little bit of ball being played this season, so I've said it before. I will continue to say it. If ball is at all shown, I will ride the bench.
Yes, and I don't ever want to see you play ball.
But neither of us want to see me play ball. I played ball in the scrim the other day.
I've seen it twice, and
I killed myself
too many times.
It was,
they were separated by about a year, but both of those times, my eyes started to bleed. So I'm good. I don't actually ever want to see you play ball again.
No,
Thanks,
those may have actually been like the last times I played ball too.
Yeah, I hope
the
so.
last time you saw me play
hope
ball
so.
a year ago. I just want to hold shield, man. I just want to hold shield and swing
You want to be a
hammer.
rectangle man?
I want to be rectangle man. Please. Blizzard, please. But yeah, back to the patch. Definitely not a bad patch. I think it's very
not
healthy
at
for
all.
the game. I think it's definitely a good direction. But I do think that this is probably the worst tank has felt in a long time. But I think tank has probably been spoiled for a while. So we're getting word here that we're probably looking at going into game here soon. Lobby is coming in. And we are going to look at our starting roster for today. Probably some familiar faces. And actually, this no, not the first time you guys have actually seen their faces. We've got Silver on tank, Dr. Rose now on DPS. Has Dex been on broadcast yet?
I think so. I think we had him. I think we might have had him before. But if not, this might be the debut of Dex. He is traditionally our Tracer Genji player, so look forward to some of that today. We've got Bluke and Indigo on the support line, and we're looking forward to what they can bring out. Bluke probably going to be looking at the Moira, some of the Kiriko, Indigo locked on that Lucio. And
Loves the frog.
Yes, Lucio is just a little guy, and Indigo is just a little guy. He speeds around.
It's a match made in heaven. They really are just, I know that what we see here is clearly a cat on the screen.
Yes,
but
yeah.
Really plays the frog well. Very, very talented Lucio player. And you know what? Let's take the opportunity. Indigo missed a shout out I believe it was last week.
Yes, It was last week. It was a true tragedy.
That broadcast did not miss it, but I can't blame them. It was a little bit in the background, but Indigo got a double boop on King's Row.
And he saved us the map on that match.
I believe that was the clutch for the map.
It was a 4v2 with me and Indigo, because I remember it. And Indigo went in, booped 2 people off the map, and then I came in with EMP and he had B, and it was just perfect. And we lined it all up.
Now, if I recall, one of those 2 was also an Orisa.
Yes. So, I think that's back to a shout out of Pooper the Orisa one trick.
Yes, everyone loves Pooper the Orisa one trick.
But if you don't press gold, you don't press your shift key when you're playing the Orisa. What are you doing?
It doesn't feel great, again, as a tank, to get booped around by Lucio, just like Overwatch 1, before the tank passive. But I can respect that Lucio needed a buff.
Yeah, absolutely.
He should not have been the same distance as a Zen kick.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
And I think that Lucio players have been suffering since the beginning of Overwatch. The beginning of Overwatch 2, with the nerf on the boop going into the game, and having Lucio back to
boop nerfed at.
It wasn't nerfed, but all the tanks got steadfast.
That's right.
And they made it so they couldn't be booped.
Yeah.
So Lucio boop has felt bad since the beginning of Overwatch 1, or the beginning of Overwatch 2, rather. So having it feel more impactful is, I think, a great thing for the game. I think that it might have the unintended consequence of sending some DPS and support characters hurling off of the map at velocities not before seen by man.
It's very funny seeing how far some of these Lucio boops are.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredible. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a fun season.
Yeah,
it's definitely the most different it has felt since the launch of Overwatch 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dust is definitely settling here. And what do you think we're going to be seeing in today's match? What kind of comps? What kind of
So
we're starting on
we got a couple options here. Right now support line is pretty set on what's good. Lucio is a mainstay because, very speedy, very fast, very hard to kill.
The boop, of course.
The boop, very good. And then we go to the flex supports, and we're kind of trying to find the supports that are survivable, that can live for a long time. So your first instinct is probably Moira. So we're probably going to be seeing a decent amount of Moira here today from both teams. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Kiriko as well today.
Yep, very survivable.
Is very survivable. Also goes well with some of the dive comps that are run today. And for like our tank line that we're looking at, would be willing to bet that we're going to see some Winston.
Winston is here, guys.
Yep,
You heard it here first. Winston is here. He's in the building.
Winston is going to be here today in the building. Be prepared.
Real Winston.
Probably not just from us. Maybe even some from Toledo.
Some
we might
double
see
monkey.
some double monkey action.
Well, I'm big fan of it. There's nothing better than seeing two great apes AFK left clicking each other.
Oh no, it's great. It's awesome.
It really is. You think it wouldn't be entertaining? It's very funny.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredible. But the other tank that we're probably going to be seeing is Ramatra.
Yes.
Ramatra is very, very survivable in the meta today. Is also not really hindered that much by Discord because we have block. We have the Ramatra in these comps is similar style. We just want to rush at people. We want to run people. But the Ramatra is a bit more stable. Has the cooldowns to be able to like stand still, hold down a choke, not really move around. The Winston wants to be moving, wants to be jumping, wants to be inting. Our favorite word when we play the Winston comp is int.
Yes, that's just my favorite word in general.
Oh,
And
yeah, I know.
JV, I know some of you are watching. It is my favorite word, isn't it?
Yeah.
House also knows that
I'm
it's my
very
favorite
aware.
word.
It's very aware. You've
Yes.
also inted my Dorado games. Not Dorado, Havana games. You remember that game? It's like one of your first games. You jumped off the map on Batiste.
That was Hanamura.
Was that Hanamura? Oh,
That
yeah,
was
that was
Hanamura.
Hanamura.
Where
What
am I going
map
to
did
jump
I
off the
say?
map on Havana?
Havana?
Like, I'm going to go all the way back to the third point.
I forgot, man.
I
The
wasn't
2CP
going to
maps-
mention it. I was thinking
the
about
2CP maps have been so far gone that I don't even remember what they are anymore.
I am looking forward to seeing the new map for the new game mode. I believe it was mentioned at BlizzCon.
Yes. It's going to be
inspired by Hanamura.
Yes, inspired by Hanamura. Going to be very similar to something. What was the game mode? I think that there's a game mode in Call of Duty that's kind of similar to it.
It's something directly out of TF2. 5
Out of
CP.
TF2, 5 CP.
It'll be like 2 CP, but even worse.
Is
Hopefully
it 5 CP? I'm pretty sure that it starts with a center map, and then whoever caps, you try to push, and then there's another point, you capture it, and then there's another point, and you try to push into each other's spawn.
It's
It's very
basically
long, very linear.
Yeah.
But it's going to be very interesting. So right now, we're experiencing a bit of a technical delay on the side of Toledo, but we can keep talking.
We're
We can
here.
keep
We're
yapping.
ready. I love yapping.
I'm a big
love
fan of
yapping.
yapping with you, Glavon.
It's so fun.
It's
so fun
my
to
favorite. It's my favorite
just
kind
yap.
of thing to do.
just chilling, just vibing. But yeah, I remember that Hanamura game.
Yeah, you threw my
I-
games. It was against
Look,
CMU.
That was like the week after I joined, something like that. It was like 2 weeks in. I'd never played organized competitive Overwatch before.
You know, it
I was a
doesn't- you don't-
tank player.
You don't need to know how to play competitive Overwatch.
to not
with
walk
that.
off the map.
Yeah, you just like
Look, I bonked my head. You know what? Maybe next week, as a special treat for House. Oh my god!
there he is. There it
It's-
is. Glavon always throw. I knew it.
It's oh my god!
It is
that's
true.
Gonna
It
be
is
my,
true.
Oh, my name's getting
Um,
changed in the Discord. I can feel it.
Yep, it's gonna happen. Glavon always throwing. It always happens
They call
every
me
time.
GAT.
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 Oh my god, you can't be doing
You know what?
that.
I will.
This is a PG stream, man. You can't be saying that.
I will find the clip and I will give it to production and we will showcase.
Yes,
Showcase
please.
the
I would
origins.
love to show that clip on broadcast of you absolutely trolling my games.
It was great, but it looks like we are going to be going into the game here soon. And
Yeah, David Pete.
I'm hearing that we're getting in game. I'm not seeing that we're getting in game.
Yep, we're gonna be going in pretty soon. Pretty excited to see what's gonna happen. We're starting here on Lijiang Tower. Starting on Gardens. We could be seeing a bit of a TP play from either team. Very popular on this kind of map. But we've also been experimenting a bit with what we've been playing here. So we could be running just about anything.
Yes, very excited. Now, we previously were experimenting with some kind of Rhine stable bunker comps. That has proved to be not very successful in this new meta. Guys, it's looking like a ball comp.
It's looking like a ball comp.
It's looking like a ball
looks like
comp
they're
on Toledo.
running out with a very standard ball comp here. The Moira Lucio. We're running out with the Ramatra. Dex, I don't imagine is going to say Sim. Probably going to TP out and then go back to Tracer. But we are going in, and they're going to TP out here. Yep, Dex going over to the Tracer. This rollout here is pretty good from EMU, getting the bit split, but they're pretty far in. Ball's slamming in. We're looking pretty decent here. Staying pretty stable. But Indigo goes down early. We're gonna have to play quick, play fast, or
looks like we are just going to reset.
Yeah, get on out.
Not the cleanest rollout we've actually seen. Hard to keep up with the ball comp there.
Yeah, traditionally, Ramatra does struggle a bit into the ball comp, but we've got Rose here on an off angle, trying to get down that Tracer and almost gets him down. But ball comes in, pile drives, and doesn't really find anything. We've got Dex on the flank on the right side, looking for something.
Looks like we're just waiting out cooldowns, looking for an opportunity to push in here, hopefully with our Ramatra shield. And there it goes.
We're going to be pushing in, speed boost in. Oh, there's the boop that we were talking about. Oh, but looks like the Lucio doesn't fall. The ball is kind of flailing around. Rose goes down early, and a hack comes in on our Ramatra. And I don't know if we can sustain through this. We do pop the Coalescence, so we are able to take down their Lucio, but we trade in turn. We are pummeling down their Coalescence. We want to try to stabilize here, but will we be able to? We're going to pop the Ramatra ult to try to get it here, and it looks like we're finally going to be able to turn this point after we kill this ball.
I can just feel how hard they are screaming to kill that ball right now. They are not behind us today because we're all remote for spring break, but I can tell that they want that ball dead. Silver is stabilizing here with Nemesis. Rose on the off angle, killing that Tracer, and finally flipping the point. That was a long fight.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what
not
the ball
great.
comp does particularly well, is stall out the objective, forcing your cooldowns, forcing your ultimates. Now, EMU is only looking at going up against an EMP here. We've got the sound barrier, we should be all right, and we've got the tactical visor that Rose can work with. So I'll be looking forward to see how EMU adapts to this incoming EMP. It looks like we might be trying to wrap around, and I really don't want to give up the objective here.
Guys.
Yeah, the ball's
okay, look at the
low.
ball.
We're trying to focus him down, but the tac visor is popped from Rose. The ball's very low. We're able to take down the Sombras, the only ult from the other side.
No fade. They're going to be calling that real hard.
Yeah, there we go. The Tracer goes in on the Soldier, has the force recall, and it looks like EMU will be taking the point back. But, you know, I would have so much rather had EMU hold on to that objective to start with, because now we're going into the EMP still, but now we're looking at a pulse bomb.
Yep, we do still only have, we've only used the tac visor so far, so we are looking at some pretty good ult economy coming out of EMU. But that EMP that is coming up is going to be pretty big if we do not play around.
Rose, but traded out by their Tracer. Hack does come out to Silver. I wouldn't be surprised to see an EMP here, but Dex stops it. We have the Coalescence out, can't be canceled by the Hack or the EMP, and Toledo just has to back off.
That was some very good ult usage from EMU there. Looking like we're picking up our own Sombra, because of course it's a ball. Of course you got to swap Sombra.
Yep.
Hack that ball. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a comfort pick on the Cassidy.
Nice catch.
Huge pick from Rose on that ball. That might force final fight to be last fight. Hopefully EMU is able to seal it out here.
Yeah.
So we only have beat to play around. Looking just for picks right now while the ball stabilizes for Toledo.
Yeah, we've got the beat, we've got the Ramatra ult, but that's really all we're working with. Here comes the EMP from Toledo. We're able to get a sound barrier off, and it doesn't get it canceled, and we're able to take out the Sombra very big from Eastern. They're just going to stabilize here, make them touch the point, make them make a play. And we've got the Ramatra ult here to finish things off. Very nice from Eastern. Gonna catch down this Moira.
And now
Tracer's the last one to go. Just cleaning up. Started off rough.
Little bit
started
rough.
Started off nervous. But I think that we're good to say that Eastern's going to take this.
Now, don't say that too soon. I've made that mistake before. That the game can hear you as a caster. You need to remember that.
I know. I can't be caster cursing them.
No. Of course not. But that was a little bit rough to start. Not the cleanest that it could have been, but it's a ball comp.
Yep.
It is what it is. Ball is strong if you don't know what you're doing. It's very, very easy to counter ball, which honestly, this is a very good example of it. As soon as we pick up that Sombra, there are some people that love Sombra, and I don't mind her this season. Not my favorite character though. But as soon as we pick up that Sombra, way easier to deal with that ball. And it looks like we are comp swapping to a Reaper instead, TPing out and looking to probably just go super fast here, kill their backline. That Ana is going to look very tasty.
Yeah, I would really like to point out the Ana here over on the side of Toledo. They really don't have anyone to protect her, so the pick itself kind of is questionable. We're going to have to watch out for the anti-nade, but it's already been used, and here comes the speed boost, just running down this Ana and the Soldier. Like, what do you do when you're playing that Ana there? Like, the ball can't help you. There's no one that can really help you.
You've only got one sleep dart. You can't really do much about it. And honestly, as soon as that Ana goes down, they do have the Moira to sustain them, but just one pick is really all it takes in these high-level competitive games.
Yeah, and it might sound redundant considering that they were playing the ball, but you don't really have a whole lot of mobility without the Lucio. Now, they are swapping it up to the Junker Queen, so it has switched up a bit here, but the Ana pick is still there, and I'm not a fan of it. Good shield from Silver, blocking off some heals. Does get antied and slept, and is going to have to sustain. Very nice. We're going to have to make sure that Silver can live through this. Rose going a bit forward, and very nice. It does a nice pinch between Rose and Dex, being able to catch some people here.
And I would not be surprised to see EMU try to hold this door here. That is the very good place for them to hold, especially with the Reaper and the Ramatra going to really punish that small doorway. And it looks like we're coming into the fight here with the slow from Ramatra, big punches from Silver coming out.
Very nice, yeah. EMU going in with just the Coalescence, not being too greedy, just use one ult, get in, get out, and now they've got 4 more ultimates on the board, ready for whatever Toledo can throw at them. Yep. Now they're making another comp swap over to the Zenyatta and to the Ramatra. So the tank ult is probably not even going to be coming online for the rest of this round. And as long as EMU can keep doing stuff like that from Dex, we're going to be A-okay. They're only looking at a Coalescence here for Toledo and maybe even Attack Visor, but with this quick speed boost from Indigo, looks like we'll be just kind of cleave down whoever can come in. And
my favorite character
Christ,
is the Reaper
savior.
guy.
But EMU does lose a couple. They have to give up this choke, back off a little bit. They are going to be running into a Coalescence.
But this is going to be last fight,
but they're back on the ball. We do have the Ramatra ult, and here comes the Moira. She doesn't have Fate. Can we catch her before she gets the healing off? Very nice.
I think I saw Silver's health go over 2k there. I'm not quite sure, but that was a big beat coming out just to stabilize. EMU knows that this is final fight. They don't really need to do anything but kill everything.
Just pounding in the back line. This is
very good showing.
This is why we have Dex in today. Very, very good Tracer player. Very clean from Eastern. After we get those map 1 jitters out, looks like we are gonna take the cake on map 1. And here we go. We've got Dex to play the game. I'd really like to highlight Dex here. Is instrumental in making sure that these comps work. The Tracer going into the back line, just absolutely shredding the enemy team. And yeah, it's brutal for the other team having to run into Dex on Tracer.
Dex is a very mechanically gifted player.
Yes.
It is very, very satisfying. I've played a couple games with him on Tracer while I'm on Winston. Very, very fun. Very easy to just you're dead now. I have a Tracer that hits their shots every time.
Dex can be a menace on that Tracer, and that's what we're going to be looking for in both today's game and going forward with how the meta is stabilizing.
Definitely, especially into that ball.
Yep, Tracer is a mainstay in almost every single comp that we want to run and every single comp that's going to be good on this patch. patch until they do another patch, probably during the midseason.
They did already nerf her once. Her fall off range, I believe,
Yes,
went from 12 to 10, something like that.
something like that. I don't know if that. I don't think that nerf was very substantial, to be honest.
It really wasn't. No.
But it keeps her strong with this patch, with the increased projectile sizes, the increased HP that you can just farm pulse bombs from.
It is. I play a little bit of Tracer, just quick play recreationally.
Yeah, of course,
Not great.
quick play. This guy.
Oh my God. Look, I want to play with JV. You guys know I love you. That's why I play with you. It's not to smurf on main.
Oh, you are shameless.
The Tracer is a very, very strong pick. It is kind of what you build every comp around this season.
Especially right now. You want to build your comps basically entirely around Lucio and Tracer. The Lucio keeps your comps moving quickly, and your Tracer is just going to set up these off angles set up in their backline, and is able to just absolutely cause chaos in the enemy backline. It's incredible what Dex can do on that Tracer once he gets going. And I can't wait to see what map we're going into.
I was about to ask, what map do you think? Because you know our pool better than I do.
Yes.
Now, I could just hear a little birdie whisper that we are going to Midtown.
Midtown.
Now, I believe we did just do a warm-up scrim on Midtown.
Yes, we did.
So we'll see. What are we expecting? What are we expecting on Midtown?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some mixture comps here. Going on first point and second point Midtown, especially on defense, you can run some of these harder hit scans like Soldier, like Ash.
Soldier's
really
also been very strong this season.
But you can get some decent value with those characters on these points. But for the attack, I would be fully expecting to run something very similar to what we were running on Lijiang. And we're going in to the gameplay. Starting out here, Midtown, looks like we are starting on the attack with same roster, going in with the same thing. And, yep,
Yes.
Tracer, Soldier. Oh,
Classic Indigo with the Mercy.
yeah.
I would expect to see that switch before the game starts here. But like House was saying, that Soldier running out, of course, Dex still on the Tracer, and the Indigo on the Frog, the Lucio. Don't know why I forgot his name. And Bluke on the Moira. Very evasive backline. A lot of heals coming out of the Moira, keeping us moving, keeping us going quick. Dex setting up over here on the off angle. And it looks like Toledo is also running, of course, the Tracer. Everyone is very aware of how Tracer plays right now. But looking like the Queen, the Kiri, the Sojourn, and the Moira. So
yes, it looks like Toledo is a big fan of this double Flexiboard backline, and I can't say that I'm a huge fan of it. We're going in with the Junker Queen, with the Tracer. I think we match up fairly well with the composition we've decided to go with. Silver's just going to be trying to lock down this angle, and Rose is going to be raining hellfire from the high grounds.
I'm expecting Rose to be sitting on that high ground pretty much uncontested with what comp they have here. Maybe they send their Tracer in, but just while they're being held down...
Their Tracer takes down the Soldier.
The caster curse, unfortunately.
Yeah, look what you've done. Look what you've done. But the Queen comes in here, really trying to take space, and they just keep taking us down. EMU dropping like flies. Their Sojourn really capitalizing, but Dex
getting a big
does
pick on the Kiri.
take out the Kiri. Maybe allows us to recontest. Rose is back doing some bit of poke. We have our Lucio here. Are we going to go for a touch here? Doesn't look like it. We're setting up on the high ground.
Getting those DPS.
Toledo coming up on a pulse bomb, but not really anything else. So Super Ninja and Dex are pretty even on the ult charge here, so we should be looking at pulse bombs coming up around the same time. I will say I do trust Dex a bit more.
I was going to say I do definitely trust Dex to get the pulse bomb instead of...
Absolutely. Silver does have a knife in him. Oh, but Dex goes down. Indigo manages to trade him out.
Both Tracers off the field, so looking like we're just going to set up here and poke, see how much cart progress they end up getting before we decide to drop and really take it to them. Some big
Rose
knives
just
coming
pulls
out of there.
down. Can he live? Oh, Rose with the moves.
He's
The
got legs.
soldier, is he going to be able to make it out? And EMU just comes down the cart, saves the day. Silver does get stuck, but has that big old block to mitigate all that damage, and EMU can just clean up from there.
I was a little worried there. My heart started pumping. Seeing Rose going at I've definitely been in those situations before where you are running away with a fraction of your health, pick up a health pack only to immediately lose that health again. Not great. Those are some very dangerous axes coming, or knives coming out of that queen, and I would not be surprised to see us try to play around those a little more carefully and maybe even shield them off just so that we are not getting picked, or just going and inting right on that queen and blowing her up.
And the queen just explodes with Dex, getting a 2K with that pulse bomb. Winning a fight with just a pulse bomb is almost unheard of.
Very strong.
Very, very rare, and it just makes our ult economy so good from here. Even though we lost that first point pretty quickly, we're still sitting pretty here with 4 ultimates going into this. Toledo only coming up with 4 ultimates of their own, but I
do trust us to have better ult economy.
I do.
It is something that we've had trouble with.
I'm worried about this queen ult that might come in. We don't have a Kiriko, and if Indigo somehow, God forbid, gets Ajax.
There are no Ajaxes here. We are not going to see Indigo die with Pete or in the middle of Pete. That is not going to happen. We're not going to speak it in.
Very
but this
good
is a very good
from
place for Silver to suffer right here. Maybe.
Yep.
Not even
We're going to go with just the Coalescence. No more ultimates. And EMU just comes in, and they ended up using the Queen ult, the ultimate that we were really the most scared about, and just ends up getting canceled. 0 value. And Dex has farmed up another Pulse Bomb in the meantime.
Beating that Tracer out pretty significantly in the ult economy. He had that Pulse Bomb while the other Tracer was still at about 70%, really outpacing there. So what do you think? What of our 4 ultimates is going to win this fight?
I could see us actually using a couple here. They're probably going to engage with a Coalescence here, at least that's what I would do. And then maybe even go with a Kitsune afterwards to try to really nail it home, and it all is going to come down to how good of a sound barrier Indigo can hit here.
So we are popping out the attack visor, though, and we are getting mirrored with the overclock and the Kitsune
And there's
rush.
the beat from Indigo. Very well played. Make sure that Silver doesn't take a lot of damage from that Pulse Bomb, and they just get run down. Toledo goes for a play on the cart instead of trying to dislodge EMU from the high ground.
And we just drop on them.
Yep.
There's nothing that they can
But
do.
EMU does blow all of their ultimates.
Now, Rose.
While
What's going on over here?
Rose is on a bit of an off angle here. Not sure what he's doing over there. And I think Rose might be trolling us.
I think my Rose is trolling it. I think
we do have a oh no, we lost Silver.
Now,
yeah.
that might have been a bit of a troll angle. A little deep there, Rose.
Possibly
a little deep.
We were just farming Coalescence. It's
Yes,
fine.
of course.
We've got the Coalescence now. We've got another Pulse Bomb from Dex.
Let's just assume Dex has pulse from
just
now on.
Every fight he's got it.
Probably looking at
they're
another
going for this
Coalescence,
Queen, and the
Coalescence is probably
Queen's
gonna get mirrored.
HP
Yep.
just drops. And Dex with another
clean.
Pulse Bomb kill.
15 kill streak. Very clean from Dex. Just living,
Kiri's
getting kills.
1 HP. Very nice from Dex, running down these staggers. We are able to recover after Rose tries to throw away the entire game.
Yeah, it's okay. He got a good price for selling it.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He did get a good price, and it cost us a handful of meters and a Coalescence, and as well as a Pulse Bomb.
You know what? All is well that ends well. But our ult economy is looking a little worse for where we are building our attack visor here. But it looks like we are coming up on Queen Rush, on Queen Rampage, on Kiri Rush, and probably Visor coming into this next fight. So let's see who is going to pop first and what they're going to do with him.
Yeah, I am watching Indigo here. See if he can get a sound barrier online before the Queen decides to ult, and they get a pick beforehand. We're in the overtime fight, and Queen is going to try to look for an ultimate here. They've got to, right? And Rose
Just
in
dumping.
the back line with the tack visor, sealing the deal. And EMU halts Toledo's push on point B of Midtown.
Now, did I just see a 20-player kill streak on Indigo? I wouldn't
Very
be
well,
surprised.
you might
I
have.
wouldn't be surprised.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Rose has most deaths, considering that he flanked into their backline.
That, you know what? I think I believe. I believe,
Yeah.
considering that the rest of the team, or at least 2 of his other members, seem to be on large kill streaks.
Yeah,
And Rose was
I think Dex,
behind their
Indigo,
spawn.
and Bluke are all sitting pretty at maybe 1 or 2 deaths at most, and keeping those kill streaks alive, just living forever. And Silver trying to bail out his feeding DPS just falls a couple more times. But yeah, let's hope that Rose doesn't do any more of those big flank angles here on attack.
Peter. The horse is here.
The horse is here.
The Hans is here.
Hans. Oh,
poor
no.
Indigo.
Someone ate Indigo's pizza. Now,
Everyone knows that
this
pizza
just-
is left for Indigo on purpose.
Yeah,
It,
that's
it just, you know what?
honestly messed up.
EMU is going to come out fighting.
Yeah,
Come out swinging on this one.
The glove has been thrown. It's over.
They are not pulling any
EMU
punches now.
EMU
It's
is
all
done.
about that pizza.
Now, Rose hasn't picked a character, probably because he's contemplating how he can flank into the enemy backline and
Yes.
throw. We're about to see Indigo needs to get off of that character.
That's okay. Always the
Okay.
last second. Always the last second with Indigo.
You're really getting on my nerves there, man. But the Hans is here with the Torb. It's going to make Dex's life a bit harder. EMU taken up on this choke, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go for a left side angle here, and it looks like we are going for that. Taking down that turret is a must for EMU. And we're going to call an audible and go back main. And EMU trying to find, but there's the Torb effectiveness on the Tracer. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dex swap it up here, maybe to a Genji. But the Tracer is going to stick around for a little while longer. We're
Torb is on the front
stabilizing
line.
here. The Torb is
Almost getting
one.
taken out by
Very
Silver.
nice. And EMU is just going to be playing a bit slow, waiting out these cooldowns, trying not to die while also putting as much pressure as possible onto the other team.
Oh,
and they're
giant
able,
pick on the Moira.
yes,
EMU's
able
just
to
got to play
pick
very
off
slow.
this Moira, and it's just Toledo bleeding out slowly on the point, and Silver with 2 in.
And there we see the mouse spam coming out.
Nemesis form.
Very happy with himself getting that Moira pick. I was about to call and say that they were just chilling. They were building their ults, waiting for Coalescence to come up just to rush onto a point and win it. But Silver just finding that Moira. Huge pick.
Very-
No ultimates coming out from
Yeah.
either team for first point. So second point looks like we're up on the ult economy. Wouldn't be surprised to see again still playing around that Coalescence. But of course,
I'm going to be very
already
interested
gonna
to
have
see
both
how EMU takes this high ground, because with the Torb, with the Orisa, it's going to be very difficult to dislodge Toledo from this high ground. And with the Coalescence, we can see EMU try to push through this. They're going to speed amp through, rip the Coalescence, get rid of
that
that
turret out.
turret,
Yep.
so that Dex can really get into the back line. And they're all just so low. Silver
he said the
cleaving
thing.
through everyone.
Silver just solo
Luke
carrying
does
this
end
team.
up going down, so we could see Toledo trying to turn this. We
This
are
is all
getting,
time to bank.
yeah, we are getting card progress, but Silver dropping lower and lower. Dex does trade out for the Kiriko. Now let's see if we can get this Orisa off of the cart and actually make some more progress. But no,
But that was
Dex does get
plenty of
taken
progress.
out. Yes,
That was 3 ults from us, but honestly, I think it's fine. Toledo's coming up on all 5 of their ults. Going to be interesting to see what they play around. Probably the Moira is what I would call, but we'll see what EMU does here. Probably going to need to just play fast. I would honestly take a dry fight in this scenario.
Yeah, considering how Toledo took some of the final fights towards the attack, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Sune over the Coalescence, but they're not even going to try to pop anything else. But here comes the Kiriko ult after the Torbolt carpets the objective, and Rose ends up going down.
I mean, of course, Rose is good. Go down.
yeah.
That kind of goes.
Did
without
you
saying.
see where he was? He was in their backline.
That's. I mean, I think Rose might just be a little confused as to which team he's on right now.
Yeah.
He's not sure why he's getting friendly fired. But
Maybe
very
a bit
good.
colorblind as well. Maybe
Yeah,
he's just...
of course.
Yeah.
Forgot what spawn he's in.
EMU is looking to take this high ground, force Toledo off, and the Orisa is a bit alone. Let's see if we can try to
That Orisa
catch.
is going down. That horse
And
is
the
dying.
horse does ult, but EMU ends up burning her down, and the Torb follows suit. Get rid of that turret so that Dex can really run rampant, and we need to get this Kiriko off of the cart. And the Moira goes down as well. Toledo just slowly bleeding out, and EMU
Rose pulling out the
takes
rattle
this
drum.
Final point. Oh no!
I hope he dies for it. He deserves. The
But
horse is not
Toledo
able to get it
does
done.
get this touch, but EMU
Has the
doesn't
ults,
care.
able to keep
They
their
were
ult
ready.
economy up.
Even Rose was ready.
Yep.
He knew that his emote was going to end right on time, right when
course.
Toledo was going to touch.
I do believe he got stunned out of the emote.
No.
No, of course, no. Silly me.
Yeah.
Indigo, of course, getting the play of the game. Some very big plays here. Let's see what it was. Bullying that Sojourn.
Oh
You may think that
my
Lucio is a
God.
support and a healer, but no, that
In
move
the
does a
hands
lot
of
of damage.
In the hands of Indigo, I don't know if it's a support, a DPS, or a tank.
Honestly, yeah, you just become a tank for like 3 seconds on with your ult. Of course, that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
play
yeah,
Lucio. Very funny gameplay from Rose
Very
there.
silly, very funny. Before this match, gave everyone a bit of a pep talk. I wanted everyone to take this match as seriously as possible.
Yep.
And the one person I wasn't worried about was Rose, but I guess I
He's-
should have worried about him the most.
It really is the ones that are closest to you that let you down. Throwing my games always. Oh my god! And I'm a
yeah,
caster curse now.
Flavon caster curse.
I
mean,
think
you
from
just
now
have the
on-
most experience
of course.
cursing the casts.
What?
You've cursed the cast. We're
I-
casting. You've cursed it.
Moving on. I was a little bit worried at the beginning of that one, losing our first point so quickly. I was very nervous that we were going to get snowballed. But honestly,
Yes.
I think it really was just EMU not wanting to hold the first point. We just wanted to hold that high ground.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good high ground, but I don't know if it's worth giving up first point for.
Yeah. EMU giving up that first point as quickly as they did was definitely not ideal. But they were able to bring it back and hold under that bridge on second point, which it was vital in winning that map.
Yep.
If they had been snowballed, if they were able to get it through that bridge and into the last area of second, especially with ultimates on the board, EMU might have even struggled against Toledo here in the end. But we're going into map 3. Map 3 is Flashpoint.
Flip of the coin. What do you think? New Queens or Servasa? New Queens or Servasa?
You know,
Sometimes hard to tell the difference. It's Servasa. We have
It's
just been told
Servasa.
it's Servasa.
I wanted to guess, but you know, it is what it is.
It's Hanamura. We all know it's
And-
Hanamura.
Yeah, it's Hanamura. We've actually lied to all of you. And
Yes.
we're going into 2CP Hanamura.
This is now a Jotes tournament.
Goats v Goats.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go now to play Diva. Have fun.
Of course. Nope. We've got the best diva in Peaches.
Oh, you're right. I need to play Ryan.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think I think very good showing from EMU so far.
Yes.
If
Yes.
I had to say one thing that is the reason that we are winning over Toledo here, Dex. Dex is very big.
Yes, I would agree.
Though Toledo does have the point in the favor that Rose is playing for them.
That is
but
true.
The real reason I think that we are winning here is that we just have better ult economy.
I would agree.
We are
I would
using
agree.
our ult economy way better.
We are winning fights using only 1 or 2 ultimates, and
That pulse
even when
bomb was huge.
even when we're losing fights, we're only using maybe 1 or 2 ultimates in the losing situation. And it's really making sure that our ultimates are pretty stable across the board. And I would like to point out that my name is Slander. I did not tell him to throw, but But looks like we are going to be going into this third map on Servasa. EMU does have a lot of experience on this map. And I'm excited to see what they bring out here. They could bring out the Ramon trip, but I also wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Queen.
Yeah.
I would.
Queen, a Winston. You could play a lot of stuff here.
Definitely.
Toledo has been sticking to their guns with this double flex support.
Yeah.
And I want to see if they try to switch it up. No, they're still running with this Kiri Moira.
Kiri Moira. Very interesting backline.
It brings me to wonder if maybe they just don't have a Lucio player. Maybe they just don't have a main support player.
That could be it. But it's definitely showing in the weakness in their comp, not having a main support player and not having that Lucio where they really need it is really showing. Now, I don't know if this is bait. Is that Mercy bait?
Yes, there's no way. There's no way that Indigo stays on Mercy. There's absolutely no chance.
I knew it.
Oh my gosh, they're staying Mercy.
But there was a stream, not last week, maybe the week before or the week before that, where Rose rolled out on Soldier for the first time and decimated the enemy team.
It was this objective right here, able to kill 5 on the first fight. Now, EMU posturing main, Dex looking to take this off angle with Rose behind him with the Mercy pocket. The slow coming out on the Queen, trying to catch him, but they don't really get anything with it. They're giving a lot of space to this team, making sure that Rose has an angle on Toledo, just absolutely railing in damage from the backline. And Toledo can't really do anything about him.
They're just going to give up the point here for it as well.
Yeah, he might start pressuring the objective here. He's forcing down the Sojourn, who doesn't really have a movement ability, but Dex goes down. And EMU might end up having to back here.
Ooh, definitely a little bit of an ego pick from the Mercy. That's kind of a weird sentence. But not having the Lucio is very difficult for us, and that was one of our main advantages. So throwing it away in favor of just the damage boost on Rose, that is. Rose, very talented hit scan player, but not sure if it's really worth it.
Yeah,
we'll
it makes
a lot of value
Dex
here.
Trades out for their Tracer, evens the playing field, but I think that might favor Eastern here. But Pluke ends up going down to a rail from Drew, and EMU's going to have to back off and reset yet again.
We're having to go down as well, but looks like we do have the Pulse, the Sufferer, and the Visor coming up here, as well as Coalescence. And it looks like even Valk coming up, looking like probably 10 ults on the board. Going to be a very big fight. I think so far we have not had great first fights, but it is once those first ults pop,
and there Indigo goes back to the Lucio. The Mercy is
back
just
to Frog Jail.
Not good. We need that speed boost for the rest of our team. Dex trying to get this off angle, has to go back with his team. Eastern taking the objective. They've got the Ramatra ult here, looking for a slow, and they're going in with a Coalescence, just trying to burn down this Queen. But they do equalize with Rose going down to the Pulse Bomb, and Dex just trying to finish off the Moira, but doesn't quite get him, but is able to trade out for the Tracer.
And we do get the point for it. Very good. We did use 2 ults and throw away our Valk, which honestly probably worth it. Valk not great, especially Dex really wanting that health back.
Very slow.
We are 3 ults to 2 ults on Eastern side, 2 ults.
Yeah, lacking that sound barrier for the Queen ult and the Sojourn ult is really going to bite us in the butt here. But Rose is on this off angle, and the knife goes straight into him.
Very good knives coming out from the enemy Queen here.
From really angling, but pops the visor regardless, and this Queen just gets melted down. And EMU is going to push back Toledo and just try to hold on to this objective without losing anyone else.
I believe was that only 2, maybe 3 ults? Was that a Pulse Bomb from the Tracer? Toledo using many more ults than we did, building up our sound barrier, getting our Pulse Bomb, only popping Visor on EMU's side, and having point control this whole time. Already 80%. Looks like this is probably going to be last fight if they even touch.
Being able to counter the overclock and the Kitsune with just a Visor is very well done from Eastern. And you can see after trolling a bit with the Mercy, they're not playing around anymore. Popping the Ramatra ult into the Queen ult, not caring. burning down Toledo and just winning this objective fairly handily, 100-0.
Definitely. I think that was, I believe, the Pulse Bomb, the Queen Ult, and the Overclock coming out of Toledo for only Pulse Bomb and Suffer from EMU. So definitely a benefit on the ult economy.
Horse is here.
Oh,
The Hans
the horse
is here with the Cassidy, trying to shut down Dex on these flanks. And
very much in their head, you can tell.
yeah, Dex is just running rampant right now. They're trying to shut him down. Going into this point, though, we are looking at a coalescence on the side of Toledo. Bluke not necessarily having it quite up yet.
I expect to
EMU's
see it
going
very
to
soon, though.
try to play slow, get this coalescence, and then go very aggressive, very fast. But
Hinder coming
Dex
out of Cass and
getting
taking out
caught
Dex.
by the Cassidy, and they're running down this Kiriko and the Cassidy.
Indigo and Silver say, nope, you're not taking our Dex without a fight. Taking out the Cass, looping away the Orisa, and hopefully taking her down. She is isolated, but the Kiri TP's again trying to bail her out. The Orisa still fighting.
Oh, and Blue goes down using the Coalescence, gets the ult wasted. But it does look like that this is going to be a fight for Toledo. They've invested the Coalescence, and they are going to hold it down at this point. Rose popping the visor.
Ooh, some interesting timing here. I think there might be a little bit of ego coming out from some of EMU's players here. Not the best play I've ever seen. Lacking a little bit of discipline.
In all fairness to Rose, they had gotten a few picks. Dex was able to take down, I believe it was either their Kiriko or their Sojourn, and then Indigo was able to get a pick as well. So there was possible, however unlikely. But going into this fight here, they're walking into 3 ultimates from Toledo and only have a Pulse Bomb on their side. And I worry about what EMU is going to be able to do into these 3 ultimates.
Huge pick coming out from
able
Dex
to
with the
get
Pulse Bomb
a
on the
pick
Sojourn.
here.
Just gotta wait out that Kitsune rush. Hopefully Dex does not go down to stray bullets, does not have recall, has to get a health pack, or a little bit of the healing from Soldier. And finally just playing slow, finally walking on point, taking it, flipping it, and Silver is just going to pummel down that horse, take out maybe the Kiri even. Suzu coming out, and that should be the point for EMU, and hopefully the fight as well.
Yes, that flip was very much needed on the side of Eastern, able to make sure that they can get their ultimates back online. The Silver with the Ramatra ult, Indigo with the B is going to be able to neutralize one of these 4 ultimates coming out from Toledo.
I would not be surprised to see our Coalescence on Bluke build as well. We may even see a little bit of feeding from Silver to build it, because it is very important to have that ult. Very strong, stronger than some people may realize. So I would really like us to be able to mirror that. Hopefully they do not initiate with theirs.
Slow coming out from Silver, really trying to catch this back line, and they're able to go at it with the Ramatra ult, catching the Cassidy and the Sojourn with that. And EMU is probably going to be looking at taking this point, or at least forcing last fight. And with 90% ticking up, I don't think that Toledo's going to be able to touch here. And they've invested 2 of their ultimates into a losing fight, and EMU just matched with the sound barrier and the Ramatra ult.
2 for 2. They do have a little bit better ult economy than us right now, but we do have... oh, no, I believe we are actually up on the ult economy, considering that our Pulse Bomb and our Visor are coming up. And we are well ahead of Toledo on all of their ultimates. Only 55 on Kitsune, and Overclock and Coalescence having just come out. Hopefully we can go fast with a Coalescence here, get some sort of pick. Deep shield, big slow, and here we go.
Looking to catch this Sojourn here, realizing that the Orisa is probably not the most killable person in the world. They're able to take down the Sojourn, and they're moving their eyes to the other support, the Kiriko without the teleporter. Dex does get traded, as well as
Big
Indigo
shield.
getting caught by the High Noon, but I don't think it's going to matter. EMU just cleaning up Toledo, making sure that they can get this point and get this objective secured.
Now, Silver and Bluke do need to back up a little bit.
No.
A little bit of overextending coming out. That horse should have died. Silver also getting down. We really should not have pushed that far into their spawn. We only had 2. I can definitely tell that we're lacking some discipline here.
Yeah, I know why they wanted to go for him. The Orisa was very low. He's very killable, but you know, you gotta rein yourself in when you start to get that extended. They'd already lost a few people going into that fight, and now Toledo's coming back in with the Kitsune, and all we've got to match is the Visor.
We might be able to build our Suffer here, though, and that might be enough to zone them out of their own Kitsune. But we are going to have to build it pretty quick to make it worthwhile here.
Yep, we're looking to speed boost in, and Rose on a hard off angle with the Visor, but Luke ends up getting pushed off of the map with the Orisa spin. They are able to take down the Orisa, and Silver's going to go in with the Ramatra
Silver says, nope,
and
not
just
today.
clean up the remaining of Toledo here. But it did cost us a lot. It cost us the Visor, and it cost us the Ramatra ult.
Those are two pretty big ults. Visor maybe not quite as big as Suffer, but in the hands of Rose and his off angles, he is definitely the king of the off angle. It could be a fight winner. With Toledo having no ult to use that last fight, they are going to come up on pretty much everything, either at the beginning or mid-fight here. Hopefully, it's enough that we can not
Dex on that flank against the Casty ends up going down, but it is traded out. Silver's forced out, and the beat comes out from Indigo a bit late, but they might be able to force out the Kitsune here. They do get the Orisa ult out. The Orisa ult comes out, the Kitsune comes out, and all we had to use there was beat and pulse bomb. But don't have anything to retake here. And Rose casually, you know, in their spawn, egoing someone, casually throwing my games. But Dex in position to touch the objective.
Dex absolutely 1v5s here, I believe, except when they see 9.
Very unfortunate.
We're going to have to just take a deep breath, take a step back, get our ult economy in order, and we win this based off of ults. We've had some questionable usage coming out of BMU, and it looks like Toledo is starting to learn a lesson on their ult usage.
Indigo ends up going down, though, in this mid-fight, and I don't really like us trying to take this fight, especially since it's a whole 18 seconds till the other point unlocks.
Now, BMU may just be trying to drain their ults out. I think they may be thinking they can bait ults out of Toledo on this kind of pointless fight here while we are still building ours. We did get up to 72 on Suffer from that, and we do have our Coalescence. So this is definitely a winnable fight. This is a hashtag winnable game.
Yeah, but look how far away they are from the objective. Dex is the only person that might even be close to being able to touch, and they do give over this flip. Eastern coming in with only the... almost gets the one clip on the Cassidy, is able to be taken down. And we go in with the Coalescence against the Overclock, and it gets taken out by Dex. Just farming,
the entire lobby.
And they're forcing out this Kiriko, forcing out the Orisa. And now Eastern takes the objective with just the Coalescence, exactly what they needed to do here.
Very big plays. Definitely what we need to be doing every time. Using our ult sparingly. I think we are the stronger team here. We just really have to have that discipline.
Yes.
Not over ult, not use ults in losing fights, and just play around what we know. Don't let ourselves get in our own heads. And this is absolutely winnable, especially with Suffer Pulse in the hands of Dex coming up and a Visor.
Orisa ult comes out here. We missed the Pulse Bomb, but no one falls to the Orisa ult. We've got the Ramatra ult coming in. Silver's going to be looking to pop it when he gets low, but no. Luke and Rose go down early, and Dex trying to equalize. But we just don't have the numbers to stabilize.
Ooh, Indigo getting pierced to the wall there. A clean 70% coming out, though. 75 by the time Toledo captures. Hopefully we do have at least one more fight coming out here. We do have some very big ults here. Beat, Suffer, Visor. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw Coalescence build mid-fight.
Rose might end up getting caught by these flankers. And the Cassidy comes in and stops him. Eastern's just going to have to back off, reset, hope that no one else
have
gets
the time.
hit. And we do have the time, but this is last fight now.
This is
we have
absolutely
no
last
more
fight.
time for mistakes, and we're walking into a Kitsune and a High Noon. Not necessarily the two most powerful ultimates, but two ultimates nonetheless.
Definitely
Silver
can't turn the fight.
going in with the pummel, slowing the enemy team,
That
and
is
is
the whole
just
team.
cleaving the enemy team with the Ramatra ult. Orisa trying to force him back. Dex doing a great job touching, but ends up falling. Indigo goes down as well. All we have is the Visor, but we end up not being able to touch, and Toledo takes map 3.
Now, That is not something I want to see. That is...
No, it's not at all.
I believe this is the first map 4 that we've seen.
From us, absolutely.
First
yes.
map 4 that EMU has played. We've seen a few others in the ESC so far, but this is going to be the first that EMU goes. So we'll see what happens. What game mode is 4?
Game mode 4 is push. So we're going into a push map here. EMU's probably going to end up picking something like Coliseo, I could see.
Definitely.
Maybe a
I know
new
we've
Queen
played a lot
Street.
of Coliseo. Yep.
Depending on, we've got the roster for it.
I wouldn't even be surprised with an Esperanza. I think.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to put my money on Esperanza. I think Esperanza.
I'm going to put my money on Coliseo. I think that's what we're going into.
Yeah. I think that's respectable. I'll shake on it. Shake on it. I'll
Yep.
give you my quarter.
Yep. I bet
Yeah.
25 cents to Glavon over here. Mercy One Trick is slander, and I will be fighting
that
production
That one,
on that one. That one.
expecting him to walk over there right now. There's a...
Speaking of Mercy.
If you need change for postage...
Speaking of Mercy.
That was definitely one of the picks of all time.
Yeah, it was. I think that might have ended up losing us that map, but we're going into the last one.
We are definitely going into the last one. Now, we've been offered a break here, but I kind of want to talk through it, if broadcast is all right with it. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to
Unfortunately, I'm being
go
told I need
into
to
a break.
stop yapping.
Yeah, Glavon, stop speaking. It's very hard to do that, but we're going to go into a break here. Going to watch some highlights from the JV team, and we'll see you all after the break.
Told them last year that I've been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text from way downtown, but the shit's still wet. Yeah, that's a guarantee. King of the city, man, they knowing that it's me. Hey, damn, you're still doing it with ease, cause it ain't that hard when I'm talking about me. Me and my funds, told them I get what I want. I need my money up front. I do not do this for fun. So I've been here my whole life, I ain't seen them here once. Told them I ain't playing, they don't wanna get hurt, dog. It's about time I to show them how it works, dog. Seen them in the shit, but now they all worse off. I ain't in a race if I ain't coming first, dog. Told them step back if they ain't in the game now. It was moving slow, so I had to find a pace now. All they trying to talk, not the time or the place now. Coming for the pot, and I got a pocket ace now. Ooh. Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I've been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text from way downtown, but the shit's still wet. Long days, longer nights. You feel? Now I don't even know lately. Take it, go. I'ma do it anyway. Put them in the dirt. Say it again, man.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the stream. Now, House and I were exchanging some words during the break. It's what we thought of that last match. What do you think happened?
I think that Mercy pick was something to behold, to say the least. I don't hate it to start with. You run it out. It's a bit of a pocket pick. You might be able to get a lot of value from it. But after round one,
really hard to find value on, though.
You know, it's one round.
One.
You've got 2 to give. You bring out the Mercy. Doesn't work. It's not the end of the world. You take the next 2 rounds.
Glad we switched off of it very quickly.
Switched off of it very soon. Very good call. But we ended up trolling a bit on our ult economy there. Ulting
Really did.
in
That's what I was saying in
down
between.
fights, and it ended up costing us at the end of the day.
Definitely.
And we just ended up getting picked early, and it caused us to lose this fight on the 3rd map. And we ended up dropping a map to Toledo. We're going to be going into round 4 here very shortly. But I want to hear what you think. What did you think of the trolling that was occurring?
There was definitely some trolling.
Absolutely.
There was some trolling, I think, from pretty much everyone on EMU. I'm hoping that this is a long enough break that EMU is able to get up, stretch, take a bio,
Yes.
get their heads on straight. Dropping a map is going to be a very iPhone alarm sound in their ears to say, wake up,
Yes.
get
And
your
if
head
it's-
on straight. It's time for school.
If it's not, I'm worried.
But we are going into
going in.
map 4.
And it's going to be Coliseo.
It's going to be Esperanza. I think
No,
it's Esperanza.
it's going to be Coliseo.
It's Esperanza, baby.
Ah, damn it.
It's the power of yapping, man. It's the power of yapping.
You're too much of a yapper.
Yeah, I know all about it.
Yap so much, you predict the future. But we're going to be going in here. And EMU could honestly play anything. I am expecting them to roll out with the Ramatra Brawl, since that's what they've been going with the rest of this match. But they might whip out the Winston.
I am actually expecting them to whip out the Winston. And do you want to know why? The double flex that you were pointing out earlier.
Yes.
That is something that we have been practicing in our scrims is see double flex, go Winston. Very easy to punish because of it. Though it is a Kiri and a Moira, so it's a little bit rougher. It's not like it's a Bap Ana.
So it looks like we are going to end up rolling out potentially the Ramatra, but Rose on the Genji.
Asking for
And
P, and it looks like we're not
going
quite
in
ready to go in yet.
To a pause here from Toledo. Bit of a technical issue.
Probably just not ready on maybe their broadcast side.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe, perhaps.
We'll see. Look, I can yap all day if we need to.
I'm very excited to see how the Tracer Genji ends up working with the Ramatra, how we run it and how well we flow with it. And I wonder, it also makes it very easy to swap to Winston if we want to.
Yes, very easy Winston swap. I didn't see our support line there, but I'm assuming it was our Moira Lucio.
Yes, Moira Lucio was the support line with the Ramatra, going with the Tracer Genji. We've got some people that ended up disconnecting from the game.
Probably just some tech issues.
There it is.
Good thing is I can fill the time very
Yes,
easily.
absolutely. As your name says,
I am the resident yapper.
Yapper. And it is me, the enabler.
just yapping along with me. So for this map, I kind of expect Silver maybe to take a little bit of a backseat and maybe just try to play a little bit slower. And that's why we're seeing the Ramatra. Let Rose and Dex do what Rose and Dex do best. And just absolutely frag out. And just get the picks.
I want to see Rose brawling with the front line a bit more, focusing down this tank, potentially with Blade, potentially with just the neutral position. But it's going to make him very hard to kill because Toledo hasn't brought out a Winston yet. And the bane to Genji's existence is a Winston.
Winston is here.
Yes.
We have not seen a Winston from either team yet.
Correct.
We have
not seen a Winston yet.
We
promised the Winston.
I did promise the Winston here. I said no Winston was going to be here. So,
in fact, it might even be Caster Curse. No Winston.
Sorry, guys. I know you want to see the Winston. Almost as much as you want to see the ball comp because it's always looking like a ball comp.
I know. Apparently, EMU was playing the ball comp in their warm up today.
I think that was bait.
No,
I think that was bait. I heard the same thing, but I wouldn't
be surprised.
I saw them on Ramatra.
So
that's really cool.
We're hearing that.
I actually know what's going on. So if anybody from Toledo is watching our
there's a 3-minute delay. They won't know.
Oh my god.
So
if you hit Control-Shift-N, that will turn off the network diagnostics as your resident yapper and IT guy.
Our production, if they are still running into this issue and don't know what to do, you can communicate with them, and hopefully we can get this back on track.
Control-Shift-N.
Control-Shift-N. Glavon, the resident IT expert,
yes.
Helps us a lot. And you've built... How many people on the varsity team have you built their computers
like
for?
Unpausing. We'll have to share that. I've definitely built mine. I think I've helped... No, I don't think I've helped Silver, but I've helped Indigo. I think just the two. I think just mine and Indigo's. Yeah. But I've definitely had input on the rest.
Yes. Going into this map, we are going to see the Orisa and the Cassidy coming out from Toledo. Going to make playing Winston a lot harder. So we're probably going to be seeing Silver stick to the Ramatra. Dex is going to try to take this right side angle here. Nope, going to the bot to start with. Wanting to take this wide flank.
Definitely looking
Rose
for Dex and Rose to
taking
be
their
collapsing on
high
the
ground.
backline.
Yes. Rose backing off. Very nice. Doesn't want to get caught by the aggression from Toledo. And EMU is going to look to flank on their right, connect with their Tracer, but they're going to end up fighting over the bot here.
Looks like the gold is coming out from the Orisa, and the Orisa is going to be engaging. Hopefully we can punish that because that Orisa's got no cooldowns. Both of her flex supports keeping her up. Not enough to withstand EMU's absolute vengeance here. I know that EMU does not want to lose this, and you can see that Rose is very talented on the Genji as well.
Yes, Rose coming out here on a character that he can really flex his mechanical guns here. Makes it potentially less hard for him to feed in the enemy backline.
Or even easier with dash. Now, if he dashes at just the right time,
Potentially.
we might be able to see it. I know we all want
I
to
would
see
also
it.
trust Rose on the Genji in their backline more than I would trust him on a lot of other characters.
That
But
is true. That is true.
EMU posturing to try to prevent Toledo from pushing the bot through this archway. Orisa's already used her gold. EMU is going to be looking to push some aggression here.
Toledo
and
rotating
Toledo rotating to the high ground. And EMU is going to be giving that position, just wanting to get bot progress. And Dex in the backline forcing support
out that
cooldowns and
very
ends
big
up
thing.
catching the Moira. And their next target is going to be the Kiriko. And Dex and Blue just absolutely farming the enemy team. The Orisa is the last
coming out.
one standing. And Dex
the Sojourn.
takes him out with the Pulse Bomb.
Now, I think what we're going to see here is a lot of very intense waiting until there is a trigger for EMU, and those triggers
There it
are
is.
going to... Oh, the Winston is here.
Winston is here.
But those triggers for EMU to suddenly absolutely go are going to be that Moira fading and that Kiri using Suzu and TPing.
Absolutely.
As soon as those cooldowns are out, EMU is going to awaken, and they are going to demolish their backline. That is what this comp is playing for, and I am pretty frankly excited to see it.
Yes, and they're going to be looking to force out this Winston. Rose going in, popping. No, he doesn't end up popping the Dragon Blade. Doesn't even
Not
need
even
it.
necessary.
Just fighting with the Coalescence, and they're leaving their little Indigo on the point,
Now
pushing the objective.
This is the EMU that I know and love.
Yes,
This is what we should have been doing all along.
absolutely.
Absolutely a lack of discipline on the last map, but you know that they got yelled at. They got their heads screwed on tight now. They are not making those mistakes again.
Yeah, Rose gonna has the Dragon Blade, is ready to pop it, but they do pop the Kitsune, and Rose ends up going down to the Moira with the help from the Winston. And EMU is just going to be trying to get out as many ultimates from Toledo as they can. They're able to get out the High Noon as well as the Kitsune, and EMU hasn't used a single thing. They're very happy with
We
that fight.
are only down our Coalescence, but we used Coalescence to win the fight previous, and we're already at 60%. Nothing else used from EMU. Very good ult economy as long as we don't blow it, but some good getting out that High Noon and that Kitsune rush. But Toledo does have Primal, Overclock, and Coalescence to answer our Suffer, our Blade, our Pulse, and our Beat.
Yes.
Going into the next fight, Rose getting picked out early, but getting the Primal out. Hopefully we can punish him. Dying
The
through
Winston
Primal.
is one. Very well played from Dex, burning down the Winston even through Primal, forcing a lot of pressure onto this Cassidy. And Silver going in with the Ramatra ult, just cleaning up with Dex.
Absolutely. Getting a little excited, but definitely some very good
Got
ult
very
economy
excited.
there. Very
Got
excited.
Very excited. Seeing EMU whipping out their ultimates, winning that fight, and they end up going Brig. They didn't want to
Interesting.
play a main support before, but now they're on the Brigida.
So I think that's a mistake. I think
I
EMU
agree.
is going to absolutely demolish that Brigida.
All going Brig does is give them an easier dive target.
Exactly.
And there goes EMU with the Coalescence, able to grab 2, Dex with the Pulse Bomb, and they're just going to keep this bot moving. Looking to make it so that Toledo stops at 16 meters and goes no further.
I am expecting EMU to want to full cap this. They do not want to play it out. They don't want to mess around. We've got Blade. Blade in the hands of Rose is going to be very big. I'm expecting that Brig to vanish. And hopefully we can see that this might actually be final fight. I would love to see this map early in the favor of EMU. Rose,
and the Blade comes out from Rose but gets burned down by the Coalescence. But it's even. They've traded out the Brigida and they're able to catch the Sojourn, but the bot is moving away.
That is Dex's job. Dex, you can see Dex blinking away into the distance to catch it,
and
hopefully
Dex
duel this
it.
Tracer.
Yep, and I trust Dex to win this Tracer 1v1 without a doubt. And EMU takes the bot back and is looking to take more position and take more lives from Toledo.
We've got 4 ults coming up here, only answered by really their Primal and maybe their Overclock and their Pulse. We've got Suffer, we've got Heat, we've got Coalescence coming up. I'm expecting this to be final fight, especially with Suffer coming out.
The Ramatra ult coming out here, and EMU is just going to be cleaning up, getting these remaining picks from Toledo. No one dying to the Pulse Bomb coming out, and EMU is just going to be trying to get these stalling players off of the objective. Indigo rips the sound barrier, making sure that no one gets caught from these stalls coming out from Toledo. And Bluke pops the Coalescence to seal the deal. Dex hitting another Pulse Bomb on the Winston, forcing out the Primal Rage, but the Primal isn't going to be doing anything. But
a very
Indigo
long fight, very
ends
2
up
CP.
going down. Will this be able to make it so that Toledo can come back? But no, EMU just keeps dropping the players from Toledo. And are they even able to get another touch?
No,
Orisa
because of the gold
does get the touch. The Orisa so low, ends up going down. Tracer, no recall. The Kiriko coming back, no cooldowns. Just hoping, praying for a miracle. But EMU
and that
ends up taking
Esperanza.
it full cap. 3-1 in favor of Eastern Michigan.
Very glad to see it. That is the kind of performance that I am very glad to see EMU put out. Honestly, something that we should have been seeing the whole time. Very happy with Rose's performance on Genji there. Very comfortable character for Rose, and not surprised to see him getting a play of the game here. Getting the dash resets, cleaning up, getting 3-4 of them himself.
Yeah.
That just beautiful. Honestly, very little very little left to be desired for that map. Full capping with a full 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, very well
good
played from Eastern. Cleaning up, making sure that losing that one map was not going to hinder them. Just back to business, no more trolling, and EMU ends up taking the win for today. We are going to go into next week, be playing Ohio.
Yes.
Very interested in seeing that one. But for the other games as well, we'll be seeing League of Legends playing Bowling Green tomorrow. And going into next week on Monday, we'll see the Rocket League team playing WCTC. So make sure to come in, tune in for those games. But of course, make sure to come back a week from today and watch that Ohio match, because we're playing a top 3 team. It's going to be good. It's going to be close. And we are looking to take down.
We're going to win it.
We're going to win.
We're going to win.
We're going to take down a top 3 team in the ESC and boost our standings, trying to get them up as high as possible.
Absolutely. I'm very happy with how EMU played, especially in that last map. Definitely not our best showing in the previous maps.
No.
All we needed was that wake-up call, and we are in it.
Back to business.
Really goes to show you that this is a mental game.
Yep.
It always comes down to mental. As long as you can keep that mental, you are in the bag. So that's all we needed. We just needed to just take a breath. Just take a breath.
Yep.
and go.
And that's going to do it for us today. We'll be closing out this stream. Thank you all for tuning in and watching today. And we will see you all next week.
All of you.
Every single one of you.
All of you right here.
Yep.
Right here.
I need to
on
see
stream.
all of you here today.
Yes. And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. Yeah.
And Monday.
And Monday.
All of you back here next week. All of you.
Yep.
GG's.
Bye-bye.
That's a reverse, never rehearse. Jumping in first, call up the nurse, put the beat in the hearse. This is absurd, came to berserk. Don't get on the tracks, man, and they better swerve. Don't got a nerve, man, I never curse. Just casting these spells when I'm spelling these words. That's real, that's too real. I've been Roosevelt, I need a new deal. Trying to figure out what I should do still. I'm really never waiting here too still. I don't even know what I should say at all. Should I jump on in? Should I get involved? God surround me, they love to talk. I take it all with a grain of salt. This one that I'm doing, they never see through it. And all of this rap that I see that they ruin. I came in the game and I'm trying to undo it. And still they all say they don't know if to shoot it. I gotta see through it, man, won't be deluded. With all these illusions, I know it's disputed. I gotta keep going, they see what my root is. I tell you I run this, I'm done with excuses. Get me for a minute, trying to get what I've been giving out. Do it for the tickets, I don't listen to the critics. I'ma push them to the limit. And these rappers getting timid. I've been balling like a pivot. I don't step into the scrimmage. I just play 'em when I'm in it, trying to run it till the ribbon. And they know that I've been tripping when I make them see the vision. Man, I put them in the prison with these bars that I've been spitting. And this life that I've been living, I'ma go, I'm on a mission.
Take two for the drop, jaw plotting on the boy. See me putting in the work, whole milk, I don't do it soy. Always been about my king, never about the money. Now you know, I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. I'm a trap before I stop the grind. Said I got my eyes on. My eyes on.
I just did a 24 song in a bed, in a building, they already know my name. At the show, she gon' want a picture, she can hang. Just to tell a friend, oh yeah. I shoot my shot with this gold on my wrist while we throwing the parties, they throwing the fit. Through a finesse, you can spot me a sucker, a lot of you really is holding the lick. All of my homies legit, really is sick. I probably throw on my clip. I sell a boat to a fish. I sell a record, you know it's a hit. They see the effort I put in this music, and I ain't been giving no favors at all. All of this chef and I got in the shop, and I think that I probably could cater them all. I love the way that she answered the phone. I know that she ain't expect me to call.